Greetings, boils and ghouls, and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room. We are the puzzling podcast where a group of chums make and solve audio escape adventures. We're one part escape room, one part D&D, and one part beer-induced fever dream. I'm your scare master for the week, Jamie Gibbs, the real Victoria's Secret. And locked in with me today, we have...
I am Mairi, and I was voted most likely to time travel in school.
Huh. Ooh. Was that like most likely to time travel 2072? But you went backwards instead of forwards.
That explains so much about how my life has turned out this way.
I am Jonathan David Charles Saunders III, and recently I fondled Bonnie Prince Charlie's dueling pistols.
Ooh. Weirdly, not a euphemism, nor a...
They were silver.
Nor a false fact. This actually happened, John, yeah?
Did. A dame showed me them in Beaufort Castle in the Lovett Tower.
In the Lovett Tower.
Good.
Wow.
God.
And I did.
And John was paid handsomely for his work as well.
And I'm Keith Dozois. I'm the creator at USB Escape, and I'm the person on the podcast who's met the former Queen of England most recently.
So, how recently?
Was she alive?
It was a couple of years ago. She was definitely alive. She wasn't moving around too much, but she was definitely alive.
We are joined by Keith Dozois from USB Escape. Who better to join us on a Halloween special than a puzzler who dabbles in tales of horror and the macabre? So, for those of you who don't know, Keith, what is USB Escape?
USB Escape is exactly what it sounds like. It's an escape room on a USB stick. Everything you need to play is right there. Plug it into your computer, and you're all ready to go.
I've got a copy of USB Escape, but I've yet to play it because it's been in my drawer for quite a while. Because I can't play it in the daytime because my wife and kid are around, so I need to wait for them to go to bed. And then it's the dark times, in the night times, when the spooky things come out, and I can't bring myself to play it on my own in the dark in the night. One day I've got it. I'm going to play it. I swear to God. I promise you, Keith.
So what's the tone of the what's the tone of the rooms in the production? Like, it's been hinted at that it's sort of horror based, but like, are we talking 18 plus?
I struggle with that a little bit. I mean, everybody's definition of 18 plus might be a little bit different. There's some swearing, but if you're listening to this podcast, you would probably disagree that it's an 18 plus game.
Is that an insult? Is that a really weird smack?
No,
that was a dig.
I think that's the nicest thing that anyone's ever said about this podcast is that we swear. This is good.
It relies more on. So one of the biggest things that I wanted to create with this escape room and any escape room that I'm creating and putting onto a podcast is that I wanted to be the tone to be more creepy and more horror based than anything really jump scare or anything like that. It kind of follows a found footage-esque vibe and feel to it. Very similar to for the 10 people who will resonate with this, games like Sarah's Missing, or people who are into the vibe of the much more current, like Welcome Home ARG. So something that feels like it could very much be real. So much so that I've had people who have reached out to me who have had the game purchased for them by their partners who are or friends that are very evil, and told them that this was real. And
nice.
And said, okay, I got to the end and I kind of figured out this is a game, but like, how real is this? And I go, well, there's a physical place you can go visit to get the last bit of the last chapter if you want to go to the very nth degree. So that's not a spoiler. Anybody who finishes the game will kind of get the meta and can actually go physically visit the place where everything happens.
And that physical place is really Keith's home, everybody.
Come on in.
Which you shall not return.
We'll definitely pop a link to it in the show notes. People can take a look because I like the sound of it and the concept. But once I've drummed up the courage to play it, then I'm good. But maybe this Halloween, we'll see. Before we start, I want to dedicate this episode to some of our fabulous patrons, and they are Maggie B, Karen Kate, Howell Finn, Chuck, and Geneva Captain Smith. You are the hockey mask to my Jason Voorhees, the knife glove to our Freddy Krueger, the wig and dress to our Norman Bates. I don't know. We love you all, and thank you all for supporting the show. You keep us off the streets and on the air.
That got niche.
Hey, the horror fans will. They'll dig it. They'll dig it. So that's bit done. Onto the puzzle. Are you ready, folks?
So ready.
Then let's enter. The Infinite Escape Room. Last time, you found yourself wandering the Australian outback after missing the only flight out of the country for the next 12 months. Night falls, and the cold starts to creep in. You wander around slowly, sinking into hypothermia, when you see a small cabin in the distance with a single light on, and head for it. You get to the cabin, and it is utterly desolate. There is not a single scrap of furniture in this house at all, except for a TV, a VCR, and 3 VHS tapes. The TV is on and is currently just playing static. The 3 VHS tapes that you see are Beneath Derry, The Thing in the TV, and question mark. What would you like to do?
The first thing I want to do is, I'm assuming I'm in the cabin. I'm going to try the door to see if it's open. Can I open the door to get back out, or am I locked in?
Yep. You can open the door to get back out of the cabin, but it is currently nighttime in the Australian outback, and it is bitterly cold.
Perfect. For
Full
what
of
I know,
coyotes.
I'm staying inside. If I can, I'm going to lock the door. That's the first thing I'm going to do.
You can't see a lock on the door itself, but you can shut it and you can bar it.
Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. I take off one shoe, put it by the door to try to wedge it underneath, at least.
Perfect. Semi-secure
Okay,
from
that does mean that for the rest of these episodes, Keith, I require one shoe hot.
Super important to me.
I just made a note of that. I was like, make sure
Keith
that is
has
part of
one
my
shoe.
puzzle. Only one shoe.
If I have to flee quickly, I hope that you guys stop me and go, don't forget to take the shoe out the door. Okay, so I've got the 3 below Derry. The Thing in the TV, was that correct? And one that's question mark. And I want to examine them really quick to make sure that they're actually VHSs and they're not some sort of cool puzzle.
I feel like we get a PSA right now saying, ladies and gentlemen, a VCR means video cassette recorder. VHS means VHS. Imagine a giant tape. Oh, and a tape is like a CD, but no, a CD is oh fuck.
You've lost Gen Z already, John.
Yeah,
VHS is more like
Vintage
YouTubes
next
that you rented and brought to your home.
Yeah.
So you look at the VHS cassettes, and they all seem old, but they seem functional. The one that's marked Beneath Derry, you open it, and based on like what you can see of the faded cover, it's like almost like a pastiche of the movie It. There's like a clown or like there's sort of that kind of vibe. The Thing in the TV, you can kind of see that there's maybe there's just a TV, like the cover of Poltergeist, where it's got the TV and the kid, but there's no kid, just the TV. And then question mark, it's all sort of faded, but you can see there's like headstones or like kind of a graveyard vibe to the front cover.
Okay. All right. All right. I am most confident about my ability to defend myself against a clown versus things in TVs and possible dead things in the headstone. So I'm going to pop in below Derry first and to the VCR and rewind it first to make sure it's fully rewound.
Be kind, rewind. Good man.
Of course, because nobody ever does that. And I'm guessing if these happen to be evil VHS tapes, I want to make sure that I'm at least.
I love that ancient VHS etiquette has crept in already. The do's and don'ts. Amazing.
Someone born in the 90s, it's a hard habit to let go. So, I pop that in, I rewind it, and I press play.
Keith has one shoe and manners.
So you pop Beneath Derry into the VCR, rewind, and hit play. The screen starts to flicker, and instead of the opening credits, so the FBI warning and that kind of stuff that you'd normally get,
pirated.
Instead, a decrepit old woman's face emerges from the screen, and she seems ancient. Her sallow skin hangs loose from her skull, and there's a white-hot malice in her dead eyes.
The puzzle 3 infest these holes, both infinite and vile. Long I've waited for this night. Your souls at last are mine. Thrice best these foes from silvered screen, their trophies fetch to me. Fail and you shall burn below. Your time begins, so mote it be.
As she says those words,
it be.
It's an old witchy thing, apparently. And you feel yourself getting pulled into the TV sort of like the start of Captain N, the Game Master, for anybody who watched that amazing 80s cartoon. And everything goes black. When you come to, you emerge in what appears to be a dark, wet tunnel. Specifically, you're in some sort of a maintenance shaft. It's a wide circular opening in the tunnels with a shaft of light coming down from high above you that illuminates a few flashlights on the ground. The tunnel, as far as you can see, stretches out to your left and to your right. What would you like to do?
So there's no tunnel in front of me, just left and right, correct?
Yeah.
And when you said flashlights, Jamie, do you mean actual torches?
Actual torches.
I guess we're ignoring those.
If you want.
Why would we ignore them?
It's a trap.
Seem useful. I have not seen a lot of horror films, but flashlight seems like an important thing to have.
Okay.
Jamie, I'm going to turn one of them on.
Okay, cool. So you turn on one of the flashlights just to get a look around this maintenance tunnel, and you can see that there's some graffiti in front of you, and there's also behind you a bright red balloon.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Split up.
Oh, well,
No.
100% split up.
Don't split up.
Okay.
We'll cover more ground, guys.
Well, yeah, no, I think it's imperative that we split up. Everybody throw out a number 1 or 2 on your fingers, and that'll decide where we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I guess John and I are going.
He's trucking it solo.
Yep, me and Keith are going, what, left?
All right, boys' team is going left.
Bye, Mairi.
All right. Bye. Can I take the balloon with me?
You can take the balloon with you if you like. When you pick it up, you notice that it is a bright red balloon. It's probably filled with helium. Written on the one side of the balloon in a sort of a childish scrawl, it says, "Reverse the curse." And then on the other side of the balloon, it says, "Face your fears."
What's the curse? Face your fears. On either side of the balloon.
My puzzle brain says that the answer to that is ESRUC. So if we find a 5-letter lock, curse backwards is SRUC.
Oh my God, Mairi.
I'm going to turn to John and say, I'm actually going to switch teams. I think I'm going to go our person today. So, Mari, I'm now following you. So, John,
Yeah, that was intimidating.
Bye, John.
Mairi. Oh, I definitely die. Okay.
Yes.
Well, they've taken a look at the balloon. I am going to turn left and go down that tunnel with my flashlight, which I presume is going to stop working at an inopportune moment.
That the way that these tunnels work is that they're sort of divided into sections, and I'll tell you how many sections you go before you get to something interesting, just in case you're keeping track.
Okay.
Cool. So you walk for 2 sections of tunnel, and then on the 3rd section, you come across a junction. On the wall to your left is scratched the number 1980. The tunnel continues on for 1 section, but then also splits off to your right.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to get a new page. Damn it.
You shouldn't have split up, guys.
Sections.
So wait, at this junction, there is only straight ahead or right-hand turn.
Yeah.
And straight ahead's 1 section and right is off into the distance.
Yeah. As far as you can see, that section straight ahead comes to a dead end.
Was there any kind of further information there? Did I miss it? I was trying to draw lines.
Scratched onto the wall to your left is the number 2002.
Which my puzzle brain tells me is 2002.
Nice work.
So meanwhile, Mairi and Keith, what do you want to do? So you're going right, you said?
Well, before we do that, actually, did you mention something about graffiti before?
Yes. So the graffiti that was in that original maintenance tunnel, there's quite a bit of it in that opening bit. There's sort of various sort of gang signs and swears. But what does stand out is the number 2025, written in what appears to be blood.
I don't want to taste to see if it's blood, but I want to touch to see if it's still wet.
It is quite tacky and wet. So yeah, it seems fairly fresh.
All right. Yeah, I check myself over super quickly, make sure it's not me. Once I determine it's not my blood, I just report back that this might be blood and it's fresh.
I don't think we've ever bled.
I can't hear you because you're down the hall. Also, it's horrifying for me because I don't see anything. I just hear a voice going, "I don't think you've ever bled." And that is horrifying. No blood. Might have peed a little, but let's go. All right.
Nice. Cool. So, Mairi, if you still go in right from that maintenance shaft?
Yep.
Right, cool. So you walk for 2 sections of the tunnel, and then on the 3rd section, you come across a junction. Scrawled on the wall to your right is the number 1998, written in blood. The tunnel continues onwards, but also splits off to your left. And you can hear a quiet sobbing coming up from the tunnel ahead and laughter coming from the tunnel on your left. While you're pondering that, we'll cut to John, currently on his own on this junction.
And very much regretting my life choices. Okay, so I'm going to go. I had the option to turn right or to go ahead. I didn't hear anything, did I? Only my own inner monologue.
You hear like the drippy sounds of what appears to be sewer tunnels.
Okay, they were maintenance tunnels earlier, Jamie.
Sewery maintenance things. There's water and walls, John. That's what you know.
Okay, there's water and walls. I'm going to go straight on, please.
Okay, you go on for 1 section, you hit the dead end. So you can go back and try the other one if you want.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm so glad that I turned a new page just for that. You bastard.
So you go down the right-hand tunnel. So you walk again for 2 sections. How big are these things you're drawing, John?
I chose the worst possible place to start this on the page in reference to what you then did. So I now have... It's like one of those, remember how in Snake you'd go off one side of the screen and then come back on the other side? I've done that twice. This can only end well.
This game is like Pac-Man.
Yeah. Right,
cool. So from
2 sections.
Yeah, so from that junction, you turn right, you walk forward 2 sections. Then on the 3rd section, you come across another junction. On the wall to your left is scratch the number 1980.
I feel like these are years of movies.
The tunnel carries on for 1 section. You can see it's a dead end ahead of you. Then it splits off to the right.
Ooh.
Okay. So dead end ahead. And so it just turns right, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I reckon we're going to hit each other. I reckon this is a big square.
So we'll cut to Mairi and Keith. What are you currently doing in your junction?
I have no particular interest of finding out what's laughing in a clown tunnel, or what we can assume is a clown tunnel.
A clown maintenance sewer tunnel.
Correct.
Apparently.
And
And
to maintain the sewer, John.
if something's sobbing, then I mean, let's go to laughing. Laughing clowns laugh. We're either going to die or we're going to figure out. I think we should split up again.
Oh,
What a great idea.
Whoever's
sure.
editing this
I'll go to
episode, good luck.
laughing, you can go to sobbing, and we'll
Sure.
just die from there. All right.
I'm going to take the
Okay.
balloon with me. See you later. Good luck.
Broom.
that's
Okay,
cool.
cool.
You called it.
Broom?
So Mauri's got a balloon
Oh,
that
sorry.
was in the maintenance tunnel at the start.
Yeah. No, this is a balloon I brought from home.
Yeah.
John.
You can't have it, guys.
If I
fair.
recall.
Let's move on quickly.
Okay, so Keith, you're moving towards the laughter. Mairi, you're moving towards the sobbing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do Mairi first then. So you walk forward for 4 sections of the tunnel before it turns left.
Oh, fella.
You then
Mm-hmm.
you then go forward 1 more section, and then on the following one, it opens up into another maintenance shaft. In this shaft, you see the skeleton of a small boy wearing a yellow coat and rain hat, and clutched in his hand is a small book.
May I take a look at the book, please?
So the book is pretty battered and mouldy looking hardback. It's in quite a bad state given that it's been in the arse end of a sewer for what seems like decades. The book is called The Little Book of Fear. Most of the pages turn to confetti as you handle them, but a few of the entries survive. I'll pop that into the chat if you could read out what the book says.
This is a lot of words.
Good luck, because there's Latin.
So the book says chiroptophobia, fear of bats, musophobia, fear of rats, lupophobia, fear of the wolf, cynophobia, fear of the dog, and chicklophobia, fear of gum.
Nice.
Some linguist expert right now that's screaming at
Just like, you didn't conjugate your shit. Lovely.
I note that all of those work backwards. Fear of bats, stab. Fear of rats, star. Fear of the wolf, flow. Fear of the dog, god. Fear of gum, mug. Just.
I too have a fear of mug.
Every coffee is just,
That sounded much more observational in my head.
No, I think it's perfect. Spot on. You've got the
sounded
puzzle.
quite smart in my head. So then I said it, I went, this sounds terribly thick.
Keith, and in amongst all the laughter you hear ahead of you, just from behind, you hear the ghostly echo of fear of mug coming from behind. Cool. We'll cut back to John in your junction. What are you doing?
So I believe I had a right turn in front of me. Is that right?
You do.
Okay, I'm going to follow that right turn.
Cool. So you go forward for 2 sections of the tunnel, which then turn right and then opens up into another circular maintenance shaft. This shaft is pretty bare, except for a discarded compass in the shape of a turtle held in a skeletal arm.
I presume the arm is disembodied then.
It's just an arm as far as you can see, nothing else.
Draw this.
The compass appears to be working, and as you turn back to face the tunnel you came in, you realize that you are now facing north.
Okay, then FYI everyone, if you started drawing facing up, then north is up on your.
Got north to the left.
See,
Interesting.
See that was why I asked that question, because I've just gone around that corner.
Oh, I see. No, that's the same thing. Yeah, but it's
also scrolled into the wall on the maintenance shaft is this shape into the chat. If someone could open that up and please describe what they are seeing.
Keith, do you want to go for that?
This is a masterpiece. This here looks to be maybe a map of the puzzle.
I thought it was or an Warhol.
Maybe this is somebody who tried to draw the game Hangman and got wildly out of control.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's the map. We've got X's at specific junctions. We've got circles where rooms could possibly be. And
I think I know where we all are on this.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm where that
the X's
central.
Are the dates.
Yes. I'm where that central kind of heart thing is. You guys, Mairi, you're at the circle on the far right, and Keith, I think you're heading towards the X in the middle of the square on the right.
I agree. That is fantastic. I'm assuming we're communicating this through The Shining, utilizing different.
We just shout.
Yeah,
the legally
Don't
distinct.
Shout, it'll scare me.
Shining.
Yeah. The Shinong.
You'll just hear from John's Shinnon, which is a ghostly whisper again behind you. I found a man. You're in the right shaft. So now that you've got this, you've got the compass, I can just refer to things in cardinal directions to make things easier if you know that you've unlocked that.
Jamie, just before we move on, was there anything else beyond where I am with the compass, or was this the end of the road? According to the
that
map,
is all you can see.
Right. In that case, to solve this slight strangeness, I'm going to toddle on back and I'm going to join Mairi and Keith at that X at the bottom, near to where we started, just to the right of where we started, where I'm close to both of you guys. Because if this map is accurate, I've got nowhere else to go.
Okay, so you run back the way you came, and you rejoin Keith. Mairi's fucked off; she's gone somewhere else at this point. So now we have John and Keith,
teamwork,
and then Mairi is on her own. So we cut back to Keith as John barrels towards him, flashlight in hand, going, "I've got a map and a compass."
I'm still holding the skeletal arm, though. I'm not let go of that.
Yeah. Well, actually, tell a lie. The map was scrawled into the wall, so you couldn't take it with you. So this is John's rendition of him telling you what he saw.
Motherfucker, Jamie.
Don't blame the artist.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will know.
We can draw this on the wall that we're facing. There's some fresh blood or something else that we can draw it. So I got it. Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
Commitment.
Cool. So Keith and John, you are now at that junction with the 1998 written on the wall. Mairi's gone ahead of you. to the east. The other tunnel goes to the north. What would you like to do?
I'm going to suggest we continue heading north towards the laughter.
Yeah. And we should eventually, if we continued on this road, go around to the right in a square, according to the map, and meet Mairi.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic. I think she should do this. Yeah.
Sweet. So you go north. I'm presuming to that next junction.
We didn't see anything along the way. Nothing else scrolled on the walls.
Nothing as you lead up to the junction, but on the junction itself, scrawled in blood on the wall, you see the number 1971. And as you infer from that map that you saw, the tunnel goes on ahead and splits off to the left. You hear the sound of laughter coming from your left, and the sobbing is sort of in front of you as well as behind you now.
Sobbing is in front of us as well. Oh, it must be on that other kind of adjoining square.
So we'll cut to Mairi inside the shaft. Mairi, you do notice though that now that you're in that shaft, you don't hear sobbing anymore.
Interesting. And if I walk around to where I can hear Keith and John chatting away,
every time you leave that room, you hear the sobbing coming from where the shaft was, effectively. So that seems to be the source of the sobbing.
Okay.
So the shafts. When you say shaft, Jamie, do you mean the thing going down? Kind of.
It's sort of the bottom of a shaft, like where you started in. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So is it up or is it down or like what?
So you're on the floor level of the shaft. The shaft goes up, and you can sort of see there's a dim light. There's enough light to see from.
And I was in the sobbing shaft, and now cool.
Yeah, Mairi was in the sobbing shaft.
It's been a tough year.
Mairi. So you were currently in the sobbing shaft. You've got your little book of fear with your skeletal child.
So there's something about the sobbing shaft that's really got me.
I think we found our episode title.
The sobbing shaft. Yeah, I'll go back round and join the lads. Part of me wants to sort of crawl along the floor on my hands and knees and scare someone, but I won't because I'm holding a balloon, so I'll be normal about it.
Okay.
Be normal crawling through your sewer with
holding
your balloon.
Cool.
Yeah, reunite. Should we keep going?
Are you heading up, going to the north and round? Okay, so you go up and to the left. Before you meet up with John and Keith, you do come across another junction. This one's got the number 1958 scratched into the wall. And as you can see, it goes on ahead, and also there's another little sort of tunnel to the north.
Okay.
We'll cut back to John and Keith. You are now at your junction. Laughter's to your left, and you can hear Mairi shuffling towards you with her balloon. As you can hear that as she's playing with it.
Yep.
Trying to turn it into a sword or a dog, even though it's a round balloon.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
What do you think, Keith?
We got to go into the room with the laughter. I mean, there's nothing to
keep going.
Do it, you know.
So according to the map, I take us around to the right.
I do suggest that you go first. My Canadian courtesy.
So according to the map, we're heading west initially, and we'll have to turn right to head north, and then we should come up to a left-hand junction where, if these stars mean what I think they mean, there will be a date on the wall.
You go to the west, and then you curl up to the north, and you do come across another junction with painted on the wall in what appears to be blood. Is the number 194?
I can't believe I've never asked this question on the show before, but here I go. Is it my blood?
It is not. As far as you can see, like this. From the brickwork and like how dry and dark that blood stain is, that you're in a definitely like more dilapidated and older part of the sewer than before.
And it says 1944 on it.
Yeah, 1944.
It's more oxidized blood.
Yeah, are we going back in time?
Ooh,
all of these years.
But would we not hit, because there was 1958
at the top
and
there
then
where Mairi was.
1971. Then
now we're at 1944. And we started at 2025 very quickly. Then 2002, then 1998, 1971, was it 1980 just before I found the compass, Jamie?
Yep, 1980.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we are going back in time. We've just arrived at World War II.
Well, the tail end. Yeah. Bit of a foregone conclusion at this point.
Cool. We'll cut to Mairi, who's currently in the tunnel with 1958. So you've got, you can rejoin the lads if you want, or there's that sort of offshoot of the tunnel further north.
I'll go north. I think it's quicker to rejoin the lads that way, and I'm curious about the shaft that will be just to my north.
Cool. So you walk up into that circular shaft, and then what you see is a row of lockers across the left and the right-hand walls, presumably left by the old sewer maintenance workers. All of the lockers are open, and some of the doors appear to have been ripped off their hinges. And inside, you find just a whole bunch of items left over by workers over the decades. I will put these into the chat for you.
There's something really quite sinister about stuff like lockers and abandoned things. That's like abandoned personal belongings. Oh, wow.
What I'm really looking for is a shoe.
Keith's feet are fully soggy now, going through these old sewers with one shoeless foot.
Only one shoe, yeah. No, I didn't take both of my shoes off. It's not my first animal walk in a cabin.
Yes, Mairi, if you could read out what the items are.
I see before me a knife, a mug of rancid coffee.
A mug, you say?
Oh, terrifying. A mug of rancid coffee with a lid that says we all float down here.
Jesus.
An English translation of the Torah emblazoned with the Star of David. A vial of holy water. A plushie of Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. A crucifix with a sharpened point. A Victorian-era police mugshot of someone called Bob Gray, wanted for the kidnapping and murder of Georgie Denborough. Someone has scratched out the eyes and painted a bright red nose on the face.
Lovely.
Wow, that went from very, very general to really very specific.
I don't feel so bad about flushing grease down the sink anymore. Now that what's down here in the Australian...
These guys have got it coming to them, right?
Yeah. You can also see there is a tunnel at the opposite side, but the way through has been partially sort of collapsed, so it's a bit of a tight squeeze to get through. And graffitied across the blockage is this.
Gear up. He feeds every years. And note, it's every years.
Yeah,
and there's a gap.
Kind of a blank.
Yeah, it looks like part of it's sort of been scratched away or smudged away.
Now there's...
Oh, hang on, the dates.
The
gap between the dates.
44 to 58 is 14 years. 58 to 71 is 13 years.
Is it going up or down?
71 to 98. I'm terrible at maths. Is 16 years?
You can use a calculator. It's okay. A calculator appears in your hand. Drop down to the shaft.
I cannot wait to use this calculator for the wrong purpose.
Keith just writes the word boobies.
Write, boobs upside down.
Yeah.
Check it out. Look what I got.
If nobody seems impressed by that, I'll just put in oboe shoes, because oboe shoes you can also write on there.
Oh,
oboe shoes, that is cool. Never heard of that.
And of course, to expand on a theme, boobies.
Oh yes.
Also, hello. You can do hello, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would you?
Real quick, are these items I can sort of gather up in my arms and take with me, or
let's say
lockers?
You can stuff them all into a bag that you found in the lockers.
Nice.
That's fine.
Hang on.
I'll bring everything. Yeah.
Hang on. Chiroptophobia, fear of bats. Stab, a knife. Mesophobia, fear of rats. Star of David. Lupophobia, fear of the wolf. Flow, vial of holy water.
Mm-hmm.
Cynophobia, fear of the dog. God, we got our crucifix. And chicklophobia, fear of gum. And we have our mug. I've no idea what to do with any of that now. I'm like, well.
I think,
I've made some word associations.
On my balloon that I hold up, I don't know who I'm talking to at this point, but I hold up the balloon and go, aha, face your fears and reverse the curse. So we need to know what the curse is, and then we've got our fears to face. I don't know. It's all connected. I grab everything and I come shuffling out.
Sweet.
Cool. So I'll say, Mairi, that you rejoin the group. You are now reunited at the 1944 junction.
Amazing.
And
Hi, guys.
You can now hear you can all hear the laughter coming from the west, from where you are.
Presumably, it's someone laughing about boobies.
It's just me.
Doing what? Sorry, Jamie. Just repeat that.
Just laughing. Just laughing.
Can you repeat the laugh? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Would like to at least hold the SpongeBob plushie. The Patrick from SpongeBob.
Yeah,
I'm assuming this is officially licensed and everything, so it's not.
It looks legit.
Yeah, why
it's
not?
been there a while.
I need some form of comfort, so I'm gonna proceed towards the laughter in a very bold and stand up sense. I'm gonna keep walking forward. And I'm listening specifically to see if there's footsteps behind me, to see if anybody's joining me or if they're just putting me out to slaughter.
Decision.
I think John's going to stay behind.
No. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Keith. I am on your shoulder, not literally, because
I can't help but notice that the voice I'm hearing in my ears is slightly quieter as I move forward. I'm right there with
you. Hey, Keith, we're here.
You go first. It's fine. So you move on to the next junction, and you see written in what appears to be sort of old dry blood again into the wall is the number 1917. As you can see from your map, it sort of goes into a dead end a little bit to the east, but then continues on to the west. And the laughter is a lot louder from here, coming from the west.
I'm just keeping note of the difference of the years in between. So when we start, if you put them in numerical order, we got 3, 4, 18, 9, 13, 14, and 27. So might just be giving some bad information, but he feeds every blank years. And if the last one we had is 1917, it would go before 1944, which would be the highest number at 27.
Isn't that biggest gap?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at those numbers, and they sort of look vaguely familiar. Like they're not prime numbers. They're not.
Yeah, I was hoping for
something about them.
Yeah,
3, 4, 9, 18. No, sorry, 3. In not in order of discovery, but in order of smallest to largest. 3, 4, 9, 13, 14, 18, 27.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite weird. 13 and 14.
Yeah.
You can hear from the west joining the laughter is sort of very soft carnival music.
These were all years that I went to the carnival. I was 3 years old, 4 years old, 9 years old, 14. You guys did your research. I am impressed.
This is fully immersive.
Sidebar, folks, Jamie, you can't see, but Jamie is enjoying this far too much.
No, you can't see this either, but they just posted my social insurance number and my home address in the chat. It's really horrifying.
Keith is getting doxxed live on it.
Well, I'm boldly going towards the music if nothing else is happening. I observed the 1917, give it the old thumbs up, and keep walking.
Cool. So you go to that last bottom of that last sort of maintenance shaft, and on the other side of that shaft, you see there's a heavy steel door that's been chained across and is locked with a 4-digit padlock. And then written across the door in blood, again, sort of old, dry blood, are the words, "When did this begin?"
It's a maths puzzle. That's my brain now. See, Mairi, earlier you said... We're in World War II now. And I'm suddenly looking at these dates and thinking, are these all wars?
Oh, like ends of... Because you said it was the end of World War II.
44 is close to the end. It ends in 45. But 17 is close to the end of World War I. It ends in 18. I'm trying to think beyond that.
2025?
There is a war right now.
Yeah. There's no outside knowledge of cultural or political affairs is necessary.
Oh, thank God.
For solving this puzzle. You have all the information that you need, but you may have overlooked something that was given to you at some point.
Given to us.
The compass. We haven't really used the fact that we know cardinal directions now.
Yeah, that is true. We got the map.
Compass,
and
the compass was honestly purely a way for me to start using north, south, east, and west for your directions rather than saying, you go forward, you turn left.
Man, this show has never recovered from ground fast, has it? This,
it was in the back of my head when I did this.
Every time we have a directional thing now, it's so super clear where everything is. Because some people got angry.
Yes. A steer is available should you wish it.
When did all this begin?
before.
Do you think it's the order we encountered them as a team? Because, like, weird that 1980 is all the way over on the left. Or do you think?
Well, it gets kind of mucky, doesn't it? Because we split up. And do we then take...
Jamie was not happy about that.
No. Do we then take my 1980 before your 1998 or not?
The other thing that we glossed over really quickly is that there was sobbing in one area, and then laughing brought us to this door.
That's true.
And we never investigated why they were sobbing, why it stopped. Now, I hope Jamie's not sitting here going, oh, well, I just wanted you guys to go here. But...
It stopped when we were inside our areas. So I think you couldn't hear the sound when you were in the shaft.
And the sobbing led Mairi. Yeah, the sobbing led Mairi to the skeletal remains of the child with the book.
Right.
Okay, and the laughter left us to the lockers.
Yeah. The laughter seems to be coming from behind that big, heavy steel door that's locked.
Oh.
But John, you didn't hear anything going into finding the compass.
No, I didn't.
Should I? I did not check inside the pockets of the raincoat, which is a rookie error for an escape room. Looking at Jamie, should I run back and have a little rummage?
You certainly can. So you bolt using your mental map. You bolt back over to where the skeleton was. You give it a good rummage. So the raincoat itself is caked in dry blood. You can see that one of the arms is missing. And inside the coat, you see the name Georgie is stitched into the label. And on the front of the hat, he's got the word Red Rum written in blood.
Okay. So Georgie is the mugshot from someone called Bob Gray, wanted for the kidnapping murder of Georgie Denborough. I assume it's the same Georgie.
You can surmise, that Georgie is the skeleton.
So
referenced.
Georgie's killer, who presumably is Bob Gray, is here because we found Georgie's body. And the cops would never get it wrong.
They wouldn't want to come into the tunnels. It's dark and smelly. Just leave him carry on.
When did this begin?
So our code is the next date down, right? It's the whatever the next in the sequence back.
I'm just saying things out loud because bad ideas lead to good ideas. Everything's been backwards in this. Red Rum is very famously murder backwards. Everything's been saying, turn everything backwards. We've got...
Yeah.
Do we need to take the day... The dates going backwards won't help us, but...
Hang on, but what if the gaps in the years?
Yeah, the gaps in the years would be 3, 4, 81, 9, 31, 41, 72. That doesn't help either, but... Hang
on. 71 isn't there, not 72. But what if it's the order of the gaps instead? What if they're going down? So it goes... Man numbers 27, 18, 14, 13, 9, 4, 3, what?
Just something else to add. Right at the start when Jamie was describing this, he was very specific about the number of sections we were all moving through.
Oh.
That was mostly for a pathfinding mapping thing.
Oh.
Mairi,
functional to make sure you didn't get lost. It was a
Mairi, that was a brilliant... Because I was noting
things
them
from
down.
the TV. I choose the VHS things from the TV.
There's no place like home. Would you like a little steer?
Perhaps.
Tiny one.
Okay. So you've got all those numbers. You've got all those dates. How are they presented when you saw them?
In blood on the wall.
Not all of them.
Oh.
Some were scratched.
Oh, sugar. Right. Which ones were in blood?
So you cast your mind back a little bit, and you to think. So John, you were the first ones to see some scratched in numbers. So 2002 and 1980 were both scratched in to the walls. There was no blood on those as far as you could see. And then Mairi and Keith, as you were walking through these tunnels, you noticed that the blood started off really fresh in that maintenance tunnel at the beginning.
So 2025 was that blood?
That was fresh blood, yeah. And as you went through the tunnel, the blood started to get older and older. In fact, most of the numbers within that right-hand section were written in blood. The only one that wasn't was 1958 that Mairi found before the locker room. That was scratched in.
2020, because if we take out 2002, 1998 is 27. And the 1917 to the 1944. By the way, thank you all for joining our numbers podcast, where we say all.
Yeah. Well, we do.
It's a number one.
It's also 27.
Okay, so it's 27 years.
27 years. I haven't done the rest of them. This is
No, you're on it. So 1970 minus 27 is
1890.
Thank you. Jamie, I would like to put 1890 confidently into the 4-digit combination.
I would like to hold on to the My Patrick star very tightly.
Okay, so
Keith, just there.
Keith, you squeeze Patrick just a little bit for comfort, and a little bit of sewer water leaks out. He's quite moist because he's been there a while. But John, you spin the wheels on the lock to 1890, and the lock pops open.
Well done, Keith.
Causing the heavy chains to fall to the floor.
You smashed that.
You push open the heavy steel door with a loud squeal and enter into what looks like an ancient cavern. Etched all over the walls are carvings of creatures with too many teeth and too many limbs, as well as writing in a language that you can't comprehend and is painful to look at.
Is it American?
It's worse. It's older. And more bigoted somehow. At the far end of the cavern is a tall, gangly creature wearing a tattered white clown outfit and a shock of red hair. It's hunched over something, and you can hear the sounds of tearing and ripping in amongst giggles that echo throughout the cavern.
I would like it to be known that not all tall, gangly things are evil.
Just the ones in costume.
Keith's reference, John is about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, I'm massive. Keith's just staring like, what are you talking about?
At the sound of you entering the cavern, he slowly turns, and a wide grin with too many teeth spreads across his face, and his eyes roll into the back of his head.
Beep, beep, fuckos. I'm Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and you must be my next meal. I can taste your figure already. Tasty, tasty, beautiful figure. And you don't have what it takes to fight me.
His body starts to contort and snap as his shape changes into a large black dog with 3 brightly glowing eyes, and he slowly walks towards you. What do you do?
So we definitely have to do something about this, but we have to show him some holy water.
Oh, no, I think it's... Oh, no, yes. I think
Yes,
you're right.
yes.
Well, it's that or the crucifix, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, because it's wolf, backwards flow. We think that's the water.
Yeah.
He's a black dog.
And dog is fear of God, which would be the crucifix.
Right, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to show the crucifix. Yeah, that's...
Okay.
But no, Mairi, you go first. Be my guest.
I hurl the holy water, it just bounces off and I have to run and grab it.
So you fling the holy water, it just goes ting over the dog, and as it gets closer and starts to get ready to pounce, John, you come after it and you plunge the crucifix into the dog, and it recoils. It seems to, you've heard it a little bit, and you hear a sickening squelching sound as it starts to tear itself apart until it becomes a series of bats holding onto 2 glowing orbs that hovers in a tight formation and starts flapping towards you.
Guys, don't worry. I have this one.
It's the plushie, isn't it?
That's not me. That's not me at all. I don't got this at all. I go back to my corner.
Mairi, redeem yourself.
I would like to stab the bats.
With
The knife?
Which, while we're here, would be a hilarious thing to try to do. You just be like,
Yes.
oh yeah, so Mairi, with a single knife, not even that big of a knife either. It's like a pen knife.
It's a
or
butter
switchblade.
knife.
Yeah, you furiously start stabbing all these bats, and they screech and start flapping about the room frantically before coalescing into a huge wolf with a single beady eye that's glowing brightly. Blood is dripping from his jaws, and he breaks out in a run towards you.
man, if only we had some holy water left right now.
Whoops. Scoop it from the floor.
Hey, Wolf, look at that delicious bottle of water. You look thirsty. Lap
He
it
is
up.
closing the gap, and he's almost at you. What do you do?
Can we recover the holy water, please?
The holy water's fucked. It's gone.
Which
No, it's
famously
fine.
bounced earlier.
Yeah, the holy water's gone. Like
Now-
that's kaput.
We could take off my other shoe and try to break the vial by throwing my other shoe at the vial, having it spill on the ground.
Off him, Patrick.
The wolf gets too close and attacks Mairi, who immediately dissipates and vanishes from sight.
Right.
Pennywise is briefly surrounded by light, and you hear him let out a shuddered, raspy breath. He backs up and changes his form again, becoming less corporeal as his skin balloons, turning into a bright pink bubble that floats towards you. John, Keith, what do you do?
I'm assuming Mairi's had dropped all of the item.
All of her stuff is there. It's just she's gone.
Yeah. I'm thinking I pick up the mug that has rancid coffee in it, with the saying on it says "We all float down here," and I say, "Drink this," and throw it right at the face. And
it's not even Arabica, bitch.
hell of a zinger. So
the mug slips out of my hand with my carelessness, and all of it flows right towards this.
Yes. So you go to launch your coffee at this floating pink orb, and you let go from the force, and the mug shatters against the side of the bubble, as if the bubble itself was harder than it actually looks. It just completely smashes against it. That single light from within the bubble also shatters, and you hear a ear-piercing, unholy shriek as the body of Pennywise starts to writhe and twist, as he changes his form again and again and fails again and again. You see a brief flash of terror in his eyes as he backs away into the darkness, shrinking and collapsing in himself. And after a few seconds of silence, a small red clown nose rolls out into the light.
Let's leave that behind.
No.
we can use the mugshot to pick it up, or we can place it
nice.
on top to
It must be comic relief.
Yeah.
Let's put
Just
it
a
on.
cheeky little...
Yeah, I'm not wearing that thing.
The instant that you make contact with the nose, you feel a rush of wind surround you as the lights above you get brighter and brighter. In a flash, you're back at the cabin, stood in front of the TV, which is now again playing static. The VHS tape has been ejected and is now blackened and mangled. As you cast your eyes across the remaining 2 tapes, just out of the corner of your eye, you see a fanged, grinning face leering at you from the shadows. To be continued. And you have solved my puzzle. Congratulations.
Hey.
Ooh.
You did it, guys. Well done.
Very good, Jamie.
Nice work. I love any room that makes me draw things. I love maps. That was an excellent use of the map mechanic and fantastic.
I think splitting up at the beginning was the best possible idea, even if we ended up all together at the end.
I really liked that there was the cheeky make it harder mechanic of you've got lots of numbers and they appear to be linked, but they're written slightly differently, because that totally passed me by. And I feel like that was a cheeky thing that you could absolutely put in a real escape room and flummox a load of people. So I really enjoyed that element of it. That was cool.
So that's it for this week. Thank you so very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the Infinite Escape Room wherever you get your podcasts for new episodes every single Sunday. Thanks again to our patrons Maggie, Karen, Halfin, Geneva, and Chuck for making this episode possible. And if you want to be super cool like them and support the show, then please consider joining our Patreon over at patreon.com/The Infinite Escape Room, where for as little as $1 a month, you can get access to bonus behind-the-scenes content, unedited episodes, and access to our live recordings. Your Puzzle Maestro this week was Jamie, and your solvers were John, Mairi, and Keith. Keith, one more time for everybody, where can they find you, and where can they find USB Escape?
On every social media platform, USB Escape, but then also my website, usbescape.com.
Superb. And episode art for this episode is done by Dom Jordan. Check out his work at domjordanillustration.com. Until next week, we love you lots, and we'll see you next time on The Infinite Escape Room. Bye-bye.